So there is about 6 hours remaining to pull Edward Kenway from Sacred, Primal and Ancient Shards. Now, I'm pretty sure many people aren't interested in burning their Sacred or Primal Shards. That's where Ancient Shards are a little bit more interesting. But what exactly are the odds? Well, there is no 2 times event paired this time, so if my maths is correct, on average, you'll have a 0.03% chance of pulling Edward at the 15 times chance on Ancient Shards. And then factoring in the Mercy and the Progressive chance system, it's on average, you're going to be pulling 1,378 shards. And after reaching the 25 times progressive chance, those odds increase to 0.675%. On average, you will pull 6 other legendaries before getting to Edward. So there is a lower chance here than the previous event, and many fans consider this a bait event anyway, especially when you consider Ancient Shards only have a 0.5% chance of actually pulling a legendary. And do not be fooled by this progression chance. That 15, 20 and 25% times chance does not apply to that 0.5 times. That only applies after you've pulled a legendary from that 0.5% chance. So that's why these odds are so low. But that doesn't stop us from pulling about 10 to 20 Ancient Shards anyway. But before we jump into what I'm able to pull, let's take a quick look at who you can get from the Progressive Chance event. Now, for the Legendary, you definitely want to be going for Edward Kenway, but for the Epic, you might not be wanting to go for my selection. You might be wanting to go for Deacon Armstrong. He is definitely the best Epic out of the 3 there, but I'm going to go with this dude here because he is the second best out of the 3, so hopefully I can get him as an Epic. But yeah, let's give it a go. I'm going to pull 10 and see what we get. Please be nice to me. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. I got another Kale though. That's not great. I got Grandmaster, Gallic. Well, you know, that's one of their other starter champions. Another Ghoulish Ranger. And a Sorceress. I need that for the fusion, so that's good. But another Kale, so, you know, I can definitely use that. We got to do another 10. Just a final last 10, just to see what we get. Because I can't end it on a bad pull like that. By the way, my Mercy has completely restarted. So I have to do another 200 pulls to guarantee myself a Legendary. But, yeah. So what do we got here? We've got another Grandmaster, Magma Blood. We do have Yumitogi from the Shadowkin. Let's take a quick look. Standoff, block 1 hit, decreasing the incoming to 0, then counterattacks with default skill, but only 1 attack. And when attacked by bosses, it decreases the incoming damage percent by 50%. And then A3 applies a perfect veil and increased speed, and then attacks 1 enemy 2 times. An attack will ignore 20% of the target's defense and then has additional 20% chance of inflicting critical hit if it's under a veil or perfect veil. So A3, then A2, and then your A1, which has a 20% or 40% chance of critical hit if you're under a veil or perfect veil. So very simple champion. I can use that for faction wars. I don't think I can really use her for much else. And then another Witness, another Maiden, Fortress Goon, I love that name, and Berserker. So 1 Epic, really not that great. But yeah, so those are the pulls. Hopefully you get something a little bit better. If you have time to jump on this Progressive Chance event, I'd probably go for maybe a couple of pulls on Ancient Shards. It's not as good as the previous event that happened, where it was a 2 times event on Ancient Shards plus a 10 times chance on Edward Kenway. Might not be as much as 25%, but again, that's a progressive chance. So you have to get 2 legendaries before you get that 25% chance. So at 15%, it's still a little better, but when you miss that 2 times on Ancient Shards as well, percentage is not that good. But before I actually go though, I've got to show you guys the new merch that Raid gave me. They gave me a nice, cool jumper here. Take a look at the back. Arbiter. I like it. Thank you, Raid, for the lovely gifts. But hey, besides that, guys, I've been Charlie, you've been watching Bovine Raid, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys.